Everyone, what's up? It's Babylonius from PeakofSerenity.com here with another 5-minute Windwalker guide for you. This time I am going to try and cover the how to use the cooldown Serenity as best I can. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go through we'll just do a normal Serenity without any commentary, and then I will talk about it while we wait for the cooldown to come back up again. All right, and then I will try and rinse and repeat that. All right, so here we go. All right, let's put 5 minutes on the clock and see how we can do. All right, so Serenity is one of our talents. It is in our final row of talents. You choose between Chi Orbit, Whirling Dragon Punch, and Serenity. Serenity currently is our strongest talent pretty much for every situation. So here's what you'll do. I did enable TrueFi GCD to try and so you guys can see a little bit more. You have to understand that what I'm doing right now is based on, my haste, my tier combinations, my legendaries. Right now I have the legendary boots on, as well as the legendary bracers. I am wearing tier 14, tier 20 4-piece, as well as the tier 19 2-piece, so that helps with getting Rising Sun Kick. So while we wait for Serenity to come back up, really what's most important with Serenity currently right now is getting the most Rising Sun Kicks in as possible. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that when you hit Serenity, you are hitting Rising Sun Kick at the same time. You can do that with a macro, or you can do that just by having them in two separate abilities. When you hit Serenity, you want it to be you don't want the global cooldown to be on so that you can hit Rising Sun Kick right away, so that you minimize the effects of the global cooldown. You're not delaying Rising Sun Kick at all. So really everything is about maximizing the amount of Rising Sun Kick cast. And that goes for the same with the tier 20 4-piece, with the tier, with any combination of tier. That's currently the plan. So the things you want to do is you want to get as many Rising Sun Kicks as possible. You want to get at least one Strike of the Windlord in Serenity. And then you want to try and get, if you have the tier 20 4-piece, you want to make sure that anytime you cast Rising Sun Kick, you have the pressure point buff from Fists of Fury up. If you have the legendary bracers, you want to try and fill time with Blackout Kick and Spinning Crane Kick so that you can maximize the duration of that Serenity, and keep it going as long as you can. And then in general, you want to try to get Fist of Fury at the last second of Serenity without, so that essentially just so you get it for free. Serenity does not snapshot the buff on Fist of Fury, so you won't get the increased damage, but you just get the free cast, which is nice. So I will go into Serenity and I will show you, because I have the tier 20 4-piece, I'm going to want to start with Fist of Fury so that I have the buff up for the very first Serenity. A Rising Sun Kick, then Strike, Blackout Kick, Rising Sun Kick, Blackout Kick, Fists. I messed this one up. But Fists, then you want to cancel Fists with Rising Sun Kicks so you get more Rising Sun Kicks in. If you have the tier 20 4-piece, you want to cancel Fist of Fury whenever Rising Sun Kick is available. So you want to channel it and then immediately cancel it. So if you have any macros added to any of your abilities that say, to make sure they do not cancel Fist of Fury, then you want to make sure that that's not on your Rising Sun Kick. So that's very important so that you can cancel Fist of Fury with Rising Sun Kick, because as soon as Fist of Fury ends, you get that Rising Sun Kick buff, which makes your next Rising Sun Kick crit. So if you have most of the time, if you have at least 35% crit, then it's 100%. Any less than that, you have a smidge of bad luck space. In general, if you do not have the tier 19 bonus, you're going to be filling a lot more space in, because your Rising Sun Kick is not going to be up as quickly, so you're going to want to be casting a little bit more Blackout Kick and Spinning Crane Kick. You do not want to cast Spinning Crane Kick into Fist of Fury because it will cancel the remaining damage on Spinning Crane Kick, but you can use Spinning Crane Kick into any other ability. Typically right now, Blackout Kick does a smidge more damage single target, whereas Spinning Crane Kick does a smidge more damage AoE. Like I said, if you have the legendary bracers, then you definitely want to fill time with Blackout Kick and Spinning Crane Kick. So I'll show you again. I can get that. So then I'm going to cast Fist of Fury, channel it the whole time until Rising Sun Kick is up. Blackout Kick, Spinning Crane Kick, the buff is still up, Rising Sun Kick. And then ideally I would try and fit this last Fist of Fury into Serenity. Sometimes with certain haste levels it's not possible. If you don't have the tier 19 bonus, it's not possible. So really, it's impossible to go through every possible permutation of what is going to be the best way to handle Serenity for you. You just have to understand that the most important things are getting as many Rising Sun Kicks as possible, getting at least one Strike of the Windlord if you can. If you don't have split personality or Convergence of Fate traits, the 4 out of 4 split personality, then it becomes a lot more difficult to sync your Strike of the Windlord and your Serenity, so you might have to skip one Serenity without a strike. But really, you want to try and get one strike in there as much as you can. If you have the tier 20 bonus, you use Fist of Fury only to make sure that you have the tier 24 piece bonus up for any Rising Sun Kick. You fill time with Blackout Kick and Spinning Crane Kick. And then if you can, ideally you want to try and get a Fist of Fury with the last second in order to make it free. So to recap, Rising Sun Kick as many times as you can. Strike of the Windlord at least once. Fill time with Blackout Kick and Spinning Crane Kick. Fist of Fury only during Serenity if you have the tier 24 piece to get the buff for Rising Sun Kick, and ideally try to clip the last second of Serenity for a free Fist of Fury. So I'm sorry if this was a little brief. Trying to fit it into 5 minutes was very difficult, so I know it went even a little bit over time. But I hope that helps to explain exactly how to use Serenity in a very general sense. There's more specifics with different tier bonuses and haste and stuff, but if you follow those guidelines, you will get the most out of Serenity. There's more information on PeakofSerenity.com. Zess wrote a very nice guide about using Serenity in tune with our tier bonus and stuff like that, so check out PeakofSerenity.com for all the other information. Check out all my other 5-minute Windwalker videos. I'm getting a lot of great responses, and this was one that people really wanted quite a bit, so hopefully you enjoy it and it's exactly what you guys were looking for. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy this content, please support us through Patreon and PayPal. There are links on the screen, hopefully, and in the description below. If you want to see any other kind of anything else kind of condensed into 5 minutes, check out my other guides. I may have already done it. If not, then comment, subscribe to this video. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what else I can do in the future. Check out my stream on Twitch, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this answers more questions than it creates. And until next time, I will see you.